Hello and welcome back to another reading vlog, Queen of Shadows. This is the last half of the series in this vlog that I will be reading. This is book number 4. In my previous vlog, I read books 1, 2, 3, and the prequel, and it was so good. So we're gonna get started in this, and I'll check in probably tomorrow with my thoughts. So I'm just sitting here reading, and Alid, Aylin's cousin, not really cousin, but kind of like childhood friend-ish. Oh my gosh, she is a servant girl with Manon right now. What the heck? I'm kind of excited. Lysandra also came back in a couple chapters ago, so I'm curious to see who else is gonna come back. I'm excited. I knew she wasn't dead, so I'm excited that she's here. Hello! Today is Friday, and I'm finally like sitting down to read. I haven't read much today. And I didn't read a whole lot yesterday. I'm only on page 158. Chaol is pissing me off a lot. I had heard that a lot of people start to hate Chaol in this book. And I was kind of under the impression that I don't really start to hate characters a whole lot. Like, I tend to be the opposite of what a lot of people are, so I was like, I'll probably like him, hopefully. But he's pissing me off. His character has gone straight down the drain and is so, I get it. I do. Because Aylin is someone that he thought he knew, but turns out he really didn't, and so he's struggling with that. I get it. But he is acting so stupid about it that I want to punch him in the face. Like, I want Aylin to punch him in the face. He's making me so mad. So, I hope his character gets better. I know the 6th book is about him. So, I am really hoping that he has character development from here, because if not, I'm going to be very disappointed. I feel like he's mourning the loss of Celaena, the Celaena that he knew before he found out. And it's also just like having those prejudices. Like, he's got a prejudice against her being Fae. So he's got to get over that. It's making me mad. Lysandra, I was so glad she showed up Celaena, Aylin, whatever, just freed Adian from the birthday party, basically. And I was really glad Lysandra helped with that. I love her already. I didn't like her in the Assassin's Blade, but like, I kind of knew she would be fine. I just didn't know how it was going to be, and I'm enjoying her in this. Also, if anything happens to Florine, I will throw a fit, because that woman, I love her. I love a lot of people in this series. A lot. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. They literally just saved him, and they just arrived back at the apartment. So, super good. We'll see how this keeps going. I miss Rowan a lot. So I'm hoping they knock out the towers to free Magic, and then he'll be right over. So, okay, TTYL. Hello, and happy Tuesday. I am eating a popsicle. I think the last time I checked in was Friday, and I was at the part where they just rescued Adian. Still on Queen of Shadows, but I'm on page 396, so pretty, I think I've read that much. I've got that much left. Pretty far. This one's really good. It's still slow. Like, they're all just slow until you get to about this part, and then they start to pick up. But Arobynn was just killed by Lysandra, and I love that she got to do it. And Aylin's scheming is like next level. Changing the will, amazing. She's so smart, and I'm really glad that Arobynn is out of the picture now. I just did not like him. I thought Aylin and Rowan were gonna kiss. They didn't, and I'm really sad because he kind of freaked out about it. And now things are just kind of like weird and it makes me sad. I love Lysandra. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've really talked about her. She's a shapeshifter now. Well, she's always been one, but like we know that she is now. And I love that. I love her a lot. The witches still aren't really doing anything. They're just there. I really like Astarion. I'd like to learn a little bit more about her, I think. But I like her. Manon's just kind of, she's now starting to finally extra second guess everything that they're doing, but otherwise, yeah, not much really. We haven't gotten a Chaol POV in a long time, which is fine. I don't think anything else has really happened. Like I said, it's really slow, and it's kind of reminding me a little bit of like Six of Crows, where like Aelin pulls something off, and then we hear about exactly how it all went down. So, dude. Okay, I just finished Queen of Shadows. Look at all those tabs in there. I feel like I've been crying this entire ending. So good. This by far is the best book in the series. The ending, so much happened. Oh my gosh. And I keep Googling things, so I keep spoiling things for myself. I keep going to the wiki, the TOG wiki, and I need to stop doing that because, let's see, where did we talk about last? I don't even know. Anyway, they blew up the clock tower. Magic is back. Dorian is free. Chaol is injured. He's like, just, his legs don't work. He's paralyzed from the waist down. Oh my god, Lysandra. I was so happy she came back as a ghost leopard. That made me so freaking happy. Manon and Halid, and oh my gosh, Kaltain. I had spoiled that one for me on accident because I wanted to know if Kaltain was anything other than human. So I went to the wiki and then I saw that she was deceased. So I looked to see what book she dies in. And then I saw that it was this one, and then I kind of read a little bit of how it happened, so I like was sad. And then when it like actually came to that part in the book, I like was crying. But like Manon and Ollie, like I love it. What else happened? I kept looking up everybody's love interest because I was curious. So like obviously Rowan and Aelin are mates, knew that. And I knew TikTok spoiled that Dorian and Manon are lovers. So that was, I'm not mad about that at all. And it kind of makes sense by the end of this book anyway. I had to look up Lorkins because I saw another tweet and I couldn't remember who he ended up with. So I looked up Lorkins. And it's Lorcan and Alid. They get together. Chaol and Yrene. Nesrin and Sartek? Sar something? I haven't met him yet. And there's one more couple. Oh, Aedion and Lysandra. Also was sobbing when, there's so many good parts at the end of this. When Aelin invited Lysandra to be a lady and have her own like land. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And then the king, I wasn't expecting him to die this book. I for sure thought he'd make it to the end. I actually spoiled that for myself right before I read it because I wanted to see how he died. So I googled that on the wiki. And I thought it said Kingdom of Ash, so I thought it was going to be the last book, and I just saw that it was killed by Dorian. But then I kind of scrolled down a little bit and read a little bit of, because I just wanted to know if he like got his throat slit or like if he was long or whatever. Apparently, like it was the Vogue inside of him that really was making him be that horrible and had been forever. And he like, it's in Kingdom of Ash that he talks about how like he didn't even know his name, which is why he named Dorian because that's his name. But that wasn't revealed in this book, but it was kind of revealed that he hadn't wanted to do these things. So I was almost crying at that part because I think he kind of comes back, or he's in the afterworld or something. So much goodness happened in this one. I'd give this like a 10 out of 5 if I could. So good. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention something about Chaol. So I Kale's never been like my favorite character. He pissed me off so much in the beginning of this book. But by the end of the book, I am glad though that he's not such a jerk about the magic thing. Like, I could go on and on about his character. I just read a bunch of reviews of Queen of Shadows on Goodreads because I just rated it and like marked it as read. And a lot of people gave this 1 star because of the whole Kale character. I never liked him with Selena. I always liked Dorian. And when it was revealed that Selena is Aelin and is Fae, Kale's reaction isn't that surprising. He doesn't know magic the way, like, he's a human. He didn't grow up with it. He, like, was obviously growing up when it was still around, but, like, he didn't have magic and his family didn't have magic, so it's a foreign thing to him. So, of course, it's going to be scary. And when he got older and was in the very impressionable age, like, was with the King of Adarlan, who was talking about how horrible, like, all this stuff about magic and all this. So, of course, he's gonna lash out and act. He's lashing out of fear, and, like, he's angry because of fear. And, I mean, that's normal. Like, magic is very powerful. So, of course, he's gonna be scared. But, like, as the book went on, like, he came to see magic isn't that bad. And, like, by the end of this, he's okay. And even said Aelin's fire was lovely. So I don't love Kale. He's not my favorite character, but I don't hate him either. So Tower of Dawn isn't going to stress me out because I do like Kale. He's just not my favorite, and I don't hate him. So I just wanted to say that. I feel like he's one of the most, like, controversial, not even controversial, but one of those characters that everyone has opinions on. Hello, happy something. Today's Friday? My goodness. So I started Empire Storms last night. I didn't get very far. I'm doing the tandem read. I wrote down, I have a sheet of paper in each one that tells me, like, which chapters to read. So to start off the tandem read, I'd read the, like, prequel chapter called Nightfall, and then chapters 1 through 5. So I just finished chapter 5, and now I'm going to head over to Tower of Dawn. But I want to share a few things. So they just had, they made it to Terrasen and had the meeting with Darrow and Martin Rin. I'd like to say some inappropriate things about Darrow, and where he could go, but it's fine. I have a feeling she's going to bring back and get allies from Skull's Bay, which is what they're going to go to now. They're going to go to the Dead Isles. But I think they're going to go to the desert, and they're going to get the Silent Assassins. And I also think possibly some assassins in Rifthold. For sure, allies in Eyllwe. And I want to say she's going to get the witches. That's what I was going to say. I want to say she's going to get the witches and have them be a part of their thing as well. And possibly, this is a very, very slim possibility, some people from Wendlyn, maybe the Astroverse there. I don't think she can get, like, Gavriel and Lorcan and Fenrys and stuff because of their blood oath to Maeve. Also, did I tell you guys that I spoiled who Maeve is? Which I don't think you find out until, like, towards the end of Kingdom of Ash, but she's a Vogue Queen. So I feel like if I didn't know that, like, everything would be, I'd be reading stuff differently, but, like, since I know she's a Vogue Queen, like, it's just whatever. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I don't know who else she could bring at the moment. I'm trying to think of any other, like, debts people owe her, or places she's gone. Now I'm gonna hop into Tower of Dawn and get this started and learn about Chaol and Yrene and Nesryn and Satark, something, whoever she gets with. So I'm kind of actually excited about this one because I hope it's him going to Antica and the, like, healer school. Hello. So, hi. It's been almost a full week since I've recorded anything. I'm still currently doing the tandem read, and I'm really not far in this at all. I've been kind of busy, and some other stuff has kind of popped up in my life that I just haven't been able to focus on much, and really wanting to sit down and read. So, I am on page 138 of Empire Storms, and I'm on page 155 of Tower of Dawn. So I'm a little further on that one. I'm doing the tandem read. I've got my sheets of paper I've been doing. It's hard to do the tandem read. It's really hard to want to sit and read because I read a couple chapters and then I switch. And neither one of them right now are really that interesting, to be honest. They're always they're just slow. And Empire of Storms, I feel like it's just too chaotic right now. There's too much going on that it's difficult to even want to to go from that to reading Tower of Dawn, because Tower of Dawn is just really slow. But I know that if I read Empire of Storms on its own, it'd be even harder to go back to Tower of Dawn, or move on to Tower of Dawn, I should say. I don't know, they're each 600 and something pages, so might take me a minute because I am reading 2 books at one time. I'm also currently listening to the selection on audiobook. So it's that's where I'm at. I'm not reading much. Hello! Happy Thursday. Today's Thursday, the last time... Oh, it's been exactly a week since I filmed the last part. I'm still doing the tandem read, but I am much further. Last week I was on page 100 and something. I'm currently on page 485 of Empire of Storms, and I'm not as far in this one. 439 in Tower of Dawn. So I've made some progress. They are both really, really good now. This one, so with my tandem read, I told you guys how I have it all listed out by which chapters to read and then switch, and what chapters to read and switch. Well, I just read a big chunk that was chapters 33 through 51. So a lot has happened. Aelin was at Skulls Bay with Rowan and Dorian and Aedion, and then Fenrys and Gavriel showed up, but they just left, and they've got Manon now, which apparently that's how you say it, Manon, not Manon. Gosh, I don't know how to say any of these, and guys, I know it's Nehemia now, not Nehemiah, so yeah. Manon is there. She almost died. That was terrifying. I don't know where the rest of the 13 are. They are at the Eelway border now, trying to put out fires. And that's pretty much where they left. Alid and Lorcan are totally about to show up and kind of meet with everybody. And so I think everyone's going to finally get together. They are freaking cute. Lorcan is... Oh, he's just so cute with her. She got her period, and he tore off strips of his shirt to make her panty liners, and if that's not love, I don't know what is. It's so cute. Also, Alid is totally amazing. She is so cool. I like her a lot, and I'm excited for her to meet back up with Manon. Very excited about that. And now in Tower of Dawn, it's been a while since I read it. I'm on chapter 38. Chaol and Yrene have been healing. Chaol's finally getting movement in his legs, and that's pretty much it. They want to go to the Oasis to look for something, I don't remember what. And Nezran, I'm really liking Nezran's storyline right now. She and Sartak are at the Ares, and they've been currently going to all the different watchtowers, and the merchant from Assassin's Blade showed up, and I didn't know what his name was, obviously, in Assassin's Blade, but it's him, and he's a shifter. And okay, it's just funny because my friend, my manager, we were talking about Falcon, and she was kind of saying there's some kind of connection with him, in that he has a brother who is from Rifthold, but we've never met the brother, but we've met the brother's child, And so when you think about what Falcon is, he's a shifter. So like Lysandra is his niece. Like, I love it. So yeah, I love Sartaq. Like, absolutely love Sartaq. And I'm waiting for them because I know it's those two that figure out that Maeve is a Val Queen. So I'm waiting to figure out that, or like where they find that information. I like the Hearth sister, Bort. She's pretty awesome. And I don't, so for the siblings with Kale's, not Kale, the Coggins siblings, or like children, I like Sartaq. Love Sartaq. He's obviously number one. Cashin, I don't really know, or Caution, I don't know how you say his name. Iffy on him still. I do not like Argan at all. And don't really like Hussar because she just seems manipulative and I don't like her. And Duva seems sweet. She's a pregnant old lady, or not old, but like a pregnant lady. But I accidentally spoiled for myself that she is possessed by the Vogue, which is totally my fault because I was trying to figure out who became the next Coggin. And so I was like on the wiki looking at each of their character things, and I accidentally read somewhere that she was possessed by the Vogue. I just want to know if Argan died because I don't like him and I want him to. So that was that. So I think that's pretty much now caught up to where I'm at in the whole thing. So I'm assuming that Duva is behind the attacks on Irene, both at the Tor library and at Kale's bedroom. So we'll see. Guys, I am not well. I have 7 pages left in Empire of Storms, and I just keep crying because everybody is showing up. Like, the silent, Ilias just showed up with like the silent assassins. Ansel has showed up. Galen, Asher just showed up. Aelin is in an iron box. I'm not well. I am not well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this book and then I have to finish Tower of Dawn, and I'll finish that today, and then I'll start Kingdom of Ash probably later today or tomorrow. I did want to point out, I forgot to mention this earlier, Fenris can basically win out because he can like show up in one spot, disappear, and show up in another place. And then Dorian wields the Sword of Truth. So Truth Teller, the Starborn Sword, like, are all of those connected? So that's my thought process. Oh my gosh, I need to keep reading this because I'm about to have a heart attack. This is so freaking good. So good. So I'm like 100 pages into Kingdom of Ash, and I'm sorry, but Aelin's torture is torture to read because that's so sad. Like, I'm literally on the chapter I'm about to finish. I just had to take Eddie out, where Karen was making her kneel in the glass. Yeah, can't do that. It's sad. I don't like it at all. So I'm ready for her to escape, which I know doesn't happen until page 246 or something like that, because I looked it up. Hi. It's been a couple days, I think. I don't remember when I checked in last. Today's Tuesday, and I read a little bit today. I'm like a little over 300 pages in. I'm on page 332. This book is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, I just got done, like, just sobbing, basically. So, where I'm at, Aelin is rescued, but they are in, oh my gosh, and don't even get me started on the Fenris thing. Like, my heart is breaking for him. But they're in the caves with the little folk. Don't even get me started on them. I was crying. Like, apparently she's their queen as well. Like, I can't. They're just, I mean, they're trying to get to the sea so Maeve doesn't, like, find them because they're being hunted, obviously. Karen is dead, thank gosh. The way Rowan did it, though, I'm glad that was not in detail because I would not have been able to read that. My heart breaks for her. Reading her point of view is devastating. It is so heartbreaking. Like, oh my gosh, she endured so freaking much. And her and Fenris's relationship right now, I'm absolutely here for it because, oh my, I can't. Like, Fenris's, like, twin brother, like, your other half, killed himself, like, because of the stupid blood oath. He broke the blood oath, like, so much. I can't. Dorian is pretty BA in this book, actually. He killed the spider, which now I'm curious because it was the spider that is the Falcon, his deal with. So I wonder if he's gonna get his 20 years back. Then Dorian stole the shifting magic, which I think is so neat, and has been kind of doing that. Manon is with the Krakens and not really getting very far. And then Nezrin and Sartak, I think, are still on their way to the continent. Or I think they're going to Terrasen. And then Chaol and Yrene were in Aniel. So that's kind of where everybody's at right now. Oh, Adian. Oh, Adian is pissing me off. He and the Bane just retreated from Marath's, like, troops because they were being annihilated, basically. So they are retreating. He just lashed out at Lysandra, and I don't even want them to end up together if he's going to be a total jerk to her, because, like, he's mad that he had to retreat because he's a stupid general or whatever, and he's mad at Lysandra and Aelin for keeping secrets from him, and I'm just like, dude, swallow your pride. Just, I can't. I'm ready for Chaol to meet up with everybody. I'm ready for Aelin to kind of heal herself, and I'm ready for her to get to Terrasen and them to learn that Maeve is a freaking Val Queen. Like, they need to know that. Oh, also, Nezrin and Sartak are not going to Terrasen. They are actually in Aniel with Chaol and Yrene. I forgot that they were coming behind. My bad. So this is how far I am in this book. And not a lot has really happened. Aelin and them got back to the continent, and then they went to Aniel to fight with Chaol and the Cognate and all that. And she used her magic, which she'd been saving for Maeve. Dorian is in Marath at the moment, allying with Maeve. We'll see how that goes. And then Manon is rallying the Krakens. But I just want to, like, point out this Chaol improvement. Like, we know his thoughts on what magic was and stuff, and, like, how he hated it. But literally, they're in the Farian Gap area right now because they're trying to move to Terrasen. And Aelin just told them, like, certain areas will be guarded. They've been tunneling their magic, and they'll protect everyone tonight. And Chaol nodded his thanks. Having Aelin able to use her powers, having her companions wielding them too, would make the battle far, far easier. Like, that is huge character development for him, because he never, ever would have thought that back in, like, Heir of Fire or Crown of Midnight or anything like that. So I thought that was neat. Good morning-ish. It's like 11:30 maybe. I'm just about to finish this. I've got a little less than 60 pages left. Maeve and Erwin both just died or killed. And so obviously the Battle of Orinth has been going on, and Yrene is totally amazing. She defeated Erwin. Seeing Rhysand was really cool. Rhysand and Feyre. I was waiting for that part. Like, I knew it happened. I knew it's confirmed that it's Rhysand and Feyre. So I was just, like, waiting for it. I was so excited when it happened. I wish it could have been, like, I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more, which makes me so excited for, like, Crescent City 3. So excited. Everything, I don't know. Like, it's not disappointing. It's so good. It's really good. I don't like tropes where the main character loses her powers. And so I just don't like that with the Word Gate, she and Dorian both lost, like, most of their power. I just, like, I'm not I don't love that. Like, I wanted the big defeat against Maeve and Erewhon. Which, I mean, it was still cool how it all happened anyway. It was just kind of a letdown in a way. And then, oh, there was one more part that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to say. I really wish I would have stayed off the wiki, because it would have made the impact of knowing what Dorian's father's name was more... It would have just made a more crazy impact than what it did, because I knew that he was Dorian Havillard the First, because that's what the wiki says. Like, that's his name. And so, like, I think this would have been so much more impactful. Like, it's still pretty impactful because, like, it's just heartbreaking. And the fact that, like, his father helped put the word, like, the word keys back in, like, everything. But I just wish I wouldn't have known that was his name, because I think that would have been really... like, I would have been crying to read it. I have cried quite a bit in this book, I'm not gonna lie. Gavriel dying was absolutely terrible, like, so sad. I wouldn't hate if more people died. Like, everybody is safe, pretty much. Like, all the main characters. Not that I want anyone to die, I just feel like... I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this book, then I'll come back, finish this vlog. Finally, it's been weeks. I've been reading this one for over 2 weeks at this point. I've been really dragging myself through this one. Not that it's not good, it's just like, I'm really burnt out of this series at the moment. Oh my gosh, has my hair been like that the whole time? Really burnt out, and just, I'm ready for a break, so. Hello. Okay, I'm sitting in the Starbucks drive-through line, which is kind of long, and I thought this would be a good time to close out this vlog. So, I finished Throne of, like, the series yesterday. I finished Kingdom of Ash, and it was really good. I felt like my favorite part of that book was literally the end of when, like, they do the cleanup and, like, put everything back in order, and, like, Terrasen was back in order. Like, she had her coronation, and then, like, everybody left. Like, I don't know, that just was my favorite part. I feel like maybe it could have been a couple 100 pages shorter. I felt like it was really long and kind of dragged on. It didn't help that, like, it took me 2 weeks, almost over 2 weeks to finish it. That is also kind of on me. I've had a lot going on. And so I just haven't, like, I didn't binge it, so it just felt like it really dragged on. Maybe if I'd binged it, it would have been a little better. But I will say, the most absolute heartbreaking part of this story was the yielding with Asterin and the 13. I sobbed so hard at that part. It was the one part in this book that I just, like, completely lost it. So good. Asterin's story in itself is, like, one of my favorites of the entire series. Like, I love the witches, like Manon and them, like, literally my favorite part of the whole series. So that just, like, broke my heart into 1,000 pieces. Aside from that, though, like, the rest was really good. I loved the characters. Fenris became one of my absolute favorites. I loved him. I was disappointed that Elide didn't get her ankle fixed. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that really bad. Though they did talk about it with Irene. I just wanted to see it. And I think that's, like, pretty much my thoughts. Obviously, it was a 5-star. It was amazing. I talked about my thoughts about the disappointment with the, like, power losing. That's really my only, like, gripe with it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I definitely need a break from series at the moment, so I'm gonna read a couple standalones and start packing my house up. So we're gonna get some Starbucks, aren't we, Eddie? Yeah, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!